This bout is so much hype surrounding this fight. High hopes for this battle between these two athletes. The bravery being shown here is just incredible. Neither one of them want this to go to the judges' scorecards. One of the hottest tickets around. It's standing room only for this, our main event.
You can walk into an arena and be the hero. The pressure, the expectation, the desire from the fans. You can't get away from it. Ignore them. Lock it up. I know it's hard. I can hardly hear you, Tom. You've got to ignore them. Get on with your job.
That hook was off target. We're at the halfway point of this round, and both of these fighters have had their moments. Still could go either way.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill. Tap for tap. Now, this fighter is saying, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than have to.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Respect for each other's punching power. So much firepower here. Nice counter shot. About Roy Jones in that last round. Well, he is glad to have heard that bell.
Wow, it's like two different leagues.
Be smart when you go out there. Just take this.
I like that round. Good round. You feel good? Good man. Good man.
I need you to switch back on. Get focused.
Set him up, but you'll take him out. He's ready to go. He's absolutely shattered.
I need you to go back out there. I need you to win this round. Get your mind back, get your focus back, get that jab back. Just box him. Just be smart. Just get your shots off of them.
Here we go. It's round two. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Catch and shoot. Beautiful counter shot. This fighter's completely content to sit back and let you make the first move. That's where they thrive.
Counterpunch is my favorite kind of fighter. A good counterpuncher, they're the people that make the history of our sport.
They drop their guard, they get caught. Didn't land that jab. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. This has been a very competitive round between these two.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
They're both trying for a knockout. Nice job getting that punch through. Just missed with that jab. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Nice counter shot. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Talk about Roy Jones in that last round. And a round that seemed like an eternity for them finally comes to a close.
The bell, sometimes it can be the sweetest sound.
Great round, great round. Now relax, relax.
Come on, switch on. Get your boxing back.
And there's the bell for round 3. Coming off a very tough round. Let's see what they do here.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
That counter punch caught him clean. The perfect counter lands. Cannot throw out a lazy jab in this fight. You'll get knocked out. Oh, what a punch. Halfway through the round, and I don't know who's got the advantage. Great stuff.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Every time he throws a punch, and this fight is over. We wondered how good his chin was, but no one's chin's standing up to that shot.
Where did that...
So it's onward and upward after a knockout win here.
What a build-up. What a journey towards this fight. What a fight itself.
I've won many things I've done, but this one here, this one takes the cake. I've won many things I've done, but this one here, this one takes the cake. Compliments on my accomplishments are only possible due to your involvement, volume, level, and confidence. A consequence of stimulating your consciousness, activating the cognitive structures. I think all you mother and opposites still play a vital role in my conquering. The combination of confrontation and pondering. Occupation is populating the conference with conversation, no astonishment, consuming the comments and then vomiting up the Vonnegut. Hey. Ominous as a monster is underneath your posturepedic, possibly in the closet. It's a necropolis, scary how I'm optimistically obstinate. Ain't no domino in my dominance when I'm dropping this. Janis Joplin droplets, it sound like the apocalypse mixed with Christopher Wallace's topics on top of obelisks. It's a kabbalist novel. It gets rhyme is priming, it's optimist and tastes like chocolate cake. I've won many things I've done, but this one here, this one takes the cake.
Good evening. We are live from one of the world's most beautiful arenas. This is Jai Opataya from New Set. And up again.
This bout is scheduled.
An open-air outdoor stadium. What a venue for this contest.
Listen, when you've got two people that want to fight, two fighters that really dislike each other, you're going to get more than a fight.
What a great venue and what a great matchup. Cannot wait for this one. High hopes for this battle between these two athletes. By the way, the connect percentages have to be off the charts. Caution is being thrown to the wind. That hook was off target. These two fighters handle the outdoors. We're fighting under the sun here for this big showdown.
So Todd, let me explain to you. We're outside outside, nobody can turn the temperature down. Nobody can turn the sun down. When that sun's beating on you, when you're tired, when you're frustrated, when you're getting hit, when you're getting hurt, there's no cool fan that's dropping in there. This is where it's real fighting, fight on fight.
Nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Oh, a stiff jab. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Nice with that jab. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. And he scores with the counter. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. At this point, you got to believe he can't win on the scorecards. Gonna need a knockout.
Every second, every minute of this fight is important. Every second, every minute of this round is important. You cannot afford to lose it.
On to the second round. Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
When you're fighting a counterpuncher, you want to bait them in to throw first. Make them think you're going to throw a punch so that they exchange.
You're fighting a counterpuncher, you've got to dummy a shot. Make them react from that, then react then. I know it's hard to think that way, but counterpunchers, they're watching you every move, that every twitch.
Nice counterpunch right up the middle. No rest for the weary. Halfway through the round, and man, these two are going at it.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
Walk away from each other and then run right back into trouble. Counterfighter relies a lot on their instincts and reaction time. You've got to get in there quick to punch your opponent before he gets his fist back to block.
Counterpuncher's my favorite kind of fighter. A good counterpuncher, they're the people that make the history of our sport.
A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Well, there was no doubt about who won that round.
You can't leave it up to the judges. It's up to you as the fighter, and the cornerman's got to put a firecracker on that fight to get out there and get the job done.
That's it. Now breathe. Breathe. Just get there, and we'll go again.
Here we go in round three. Who's going to land the first big shot? After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Beautiful counter punch. Can't land the jab there. Both men step back for just a moment. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. A perfect counter shot. powerful counter shot. And Tarver crumbles to the canvas. And as we see it again, there's no way to get up when you get clipped with a shot like that.
I've got to see that again.
That will to win and refusal to stay down as this fight continues.
Somebody can smell blood here. They can smell blood. They've got to be smart. Get in there. Then boom, back in the same spot again. Have a look.
Looks like he's going to survive the round here, but just barely. Talk about Tarver in that last round. It's not over till it's over, but that knockdown was going to be huge.
Can make or break a fighter.
You're way better than that guy. You let him back in on the...
Nice round, good round.
On to the fourth we go. He couldn't finish him off in the last round. Let's see what this has in store for us.
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
It's all offense all the time. So rigid anymore with the stance. When are we going to see a jab from these two? This fighter has been extremely aggressive so far, Johnny, but how do they keep it up over the distance of this fight?
Hard look back in history. Sugar Ray Leonard against Roberto Duran. The first fight, Sugar Ray Leonard tried to fight, stand there toe-to-toe with him. The second fight, he thought this guy's aggressive. He's nasty. He'll do everything to get the win. I've got to box him. I've got to frustrate him. I've got to humiliate him and show him how good a boxer I am. That's the only way you beat an aggressive fighter. Show your boxing skills. Step out the way. Don't fight fire with fire. Use pain of a brawl.
Those fighters landing in these exchanges, judges going to have a tough job.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Someone's will cave, but which fighter will it be? You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Well, he is in big trouble here. He may have been saved by the bell.
Needs a knockout without a doubt. Needs to go out there and think, right, you know what? Next round, you're getting it. You're going to get it. Kitchen sink.
Great round, great round. Now relax. Don't be looking to
Start gathering your pace, get your momentum back, and win the round back.
He's ready to go. He's absolutely shattered.
He's hurt. You're starting to make mistakes. Now you go back out.
Here we go in round 5. Who's going to land the first big shot? Off their stools and ready to go. Let's hope this round is more competitive.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up, just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
That hook was thrown with some bad intentions. Nice counter shot. Power is obviously the great equalizer in boxing, but when you know your opponent is relying on that so heavily, how do you deal with it?
This could be really intimidating, Todd. If you know somebody's got the punch power, someone's got the speed, it can be intimidating. Just depends on how confident you are as a fighter.
Back and forth they go, neither fighter willing to back down.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Oh, that one caught Tarver clean, and he might go down. Didn't wait long to get back and get engaged.
B-Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
Looking to land the hook. A perfect counter lands. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Pretty dominant round there. Let's see how they respond here in the next round.
Dominant.
This is the beginning of round 6. Got all the momentum on their side after that last round. Let's see what they do here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Incredible work rate. His stamina is off the charts. What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
They know the second they touch you, it's done. They're that powerful.
What heart, what desire, but at what cost? I can't believe we're only halfway through the round.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
They exchange punches. The only fear you have with this fighter is, has he punched himself out? And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Those counter punches have to hurt. Nice counter shot. The straight right just misses. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Momentum, they got the advantage. How do they carry that into the next round?
As long as they don't get complacent, you think this is too easy. If they keep this same kind of pace up.
Here comes round 7. Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
This fighter has walked through any punches that their opponent throws, and that's a very confident spot to be in.
Todd, you know what? Sometimes when I've done in the ring with fights like that, and you punch them, you just want to run. You want that spaceship to come and lift you out there because you think, what the hell am I going to do now?
They need to be careful they don't punch themselves out here. Good counter punch. He's putting the pedal to the metal, but has to be careful that he doesn't run out of gas. A very competitive round here so far.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. There's a big difference between being the aggressor and the effective aggressor. Which type are we seeing so far?
This is about ego. Get your ego in check, Todd, because if you fight a man that is used to doing this, he's confident and comfortable doing this, why are you giving him that chance to dance that dance? Step out the way, box him, frustrate him, because if you let him get away with it...
This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. over in that last round. Stamina is always an issue in a prize fight.
You cannot gas out if you prepared right. Slip.
And there's the bell for round 8. Fatigue is setting in. Let's see how they handle it here in this round. So much bruising. Will the referee stop this fight? And the referee will allow this to continue. Good defense blocking the right jab. Good counter punching. Nice counter. What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
Work the body, frustrate them, take the mind off the chin, take the mind off protecting everything around that. Work the body, use tactics. Sometimes it's all right to actually outbox a fight and beat them on points.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. We're at the halfway point of this round, and both of these fighters have had their moments. Still could go either way.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Is he going to punch himself out, though? Can't find a home with that jab. Left uppercut doesn't score. There's a counter shot. A lot of effort being exerted here. Well done with that counter shot. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Another win, another unanimous decision victory.
They've done it before, now they're doing it again, and look what's happened. A unanimous decision. What a way, what tactics, what a...
Look at this venue. What a remarkable scene for hopefully what will be a remarkable fight. We are live at Falcor Bay. Alongside me, it's the incomparable Roy Jones Jr. He won. Surge. This bout, a lot of pre-match. Build up to this fight has been incredible. Both of these men verbally sparring for weeks, and now they get it on for real. Trying to fight like Roy Jones Jr. now, bouncing on the toes. So much for boxing. This is a fist fight. A perfect counter lands. A lot of pre-match drama, and they will settle their score under the sun here in this outdoor venue.
Todd, this is something you could never, ever get used to. How many gyms are built outside? How many times do we train, spar, and everything outside? Now you're having a fight outside. This is where fighters may gas themselves out. This is where the environment will make so much of a difference. You may not realize it, but watch when the rounds roll on.
A very competitive round here so far.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Nice counter punch right up the middle. Missing with the hook. Good counter punch. A high-octane battle. There's a counter shot. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Talk about Roy Jones in that last round. Well, this is the time that the trainer needs to come in and say something special. Here we go. It's round 2. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up, just until your head clears again, and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Beautiful counter punch. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Couldn't land that jab. He threw a punch and just got countered. If you're a counter puncher, then basically you do the counter attack. You let them get their punch off first, and then you answer in kind.
Todd, I understand what you're saying, but you've got to be on this. You've got to be on it. You've got to be a pro. You've got to think right. Concentrate.
Halfway through the round, I'm not sure who's winning it.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Look at the hand speed and footwork between these two elite-level middleweights. That one lands. Is he going to punch himself out, though? Start respecting each other's punching power. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Roy Jones in that last round. After what we saw in that last round, it's pretty obvious who has the advantage here. On to the third. Got all the momentum on their side after that last round. Let's see what they do here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
A perfect counter shot. Don't want to trade shots. So much firepower here. counter shot. Halfway through the round, and there's not a lot separating these two.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Which one of these athletes is going to be the first to get rocked? That hook just can't find the target. With that jab. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Roy Jones in that last round. You know that bell was sweet music to his ears. There's the bell for round 4. That corner has got to find a way to get some momentum behind their fighter.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. To be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. When you're a power puncher, you're not as concerned with how many punches you throw. It's about how many you land and how hard they are. Hold that thought! Sergio Martinez is dazed. I thought we were going to see the finish there.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What did they do? What did they tell him when he goes back to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
Nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill. Tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you. And so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
That counter punch caught him clean. They threw the hook. It didn't land. Jab. Punch, counter punch. Which fighter will say no mas? Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Roy Jones in that last round. As bad as boxing judging can be sometimes, there's no... Back into the fray here in round 5. Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything worked. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Talk about punches and bunches. That's the mantra for this. Pensacola's finest is down. You could see it in their eyes. They saw that punch coming, and there was nothing they could do.
You're right, Todd. What a shot.
One, two, three, four, five, six, 700.
They're back up now, but they've got to be cautious. Cannot afford to trade back now, can they, Johnny?
He's up, but for how long? Look at that. On the heels. Look at it. There's nothing there. There's no defense. The eyes are glazed. It just takes one more clear shot. A clean one. And he's out of there.
At the halfway point, there's no doubt who's won this round so far.
The corners must be so happy. Down to a T. Play the plan out to a T. If they can pick up momentum and do this over and over again, they've got it.
straight. Could see it in their eyes. They saw that punch coming, and there was nothing they could do.
That's lights out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Are you okay?
They're on their feet, but is this the beginning of the end?
Oh, he can smell blood. Look at that. He's putting down what?
Final 10 seconds here, and I think he knows who's won this round. Let's talk about Martinez in that last round. Beaten, bruised, and battered, but somehow he's still in it. On to the 6th round. Is this the beginning of the end after 2 knockdowns last round?
2 knockdowns, and you're coming back from that? That's near on impossible, because your head must be all over the place. Your legs will feel like jelly. What can they tell you in the corner? All they can do is wake you up. They can't even go into game plan.
Those counter punches have to hurt. It's knockout or bust for both of these fighters. That's another scoring shot. Beautiful counter shot. That counter shot lands. Power is obviously the great equalizer in boxing, but when you know your opponent is relying on that so heavily, how do you deal with it? Whoa, Johnny, take a look at this action. Oh, and that one really got Martinez good. And it appears they weathered the storm. How, I'm not sure.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it.
Catch and shoot. It's all offense all the time. This fighter expending a lot of energy in this round. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Talk about Roy Jones in that last round. Well, we know they've got the advantage so far, but how does this match... Here we go. It's round 7. After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round. Everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
Goodness, we've got instant replay. We get to see it again.
And I've got to see that again. Where did... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Give me your ball.
At some point, the corner may have to intervene here because this fighter won't stay down.
What resilience to be down and to be back up again, to get yourself back into fight again, to show your fitness and determination. Maximum respect.
We've got to pick things up halfway through the round here.
That ever hold. Remember the fight at Evander Holyfield? He could be behind on points until the last 10 seconds, but he's fighting like he's going to put it back. That's the kind of heart we need to see.
Nice counter shot. As we enter the final frames of this bout, Johnny, what have we seen so far?
Middleweights always gives us a class. If you've got 2 class middleweight fighters, you're in for action. I'm quite sure right now, if you know your boxing, there's a certain fighter, I would just say marvelous, but some fighters were unbelievable middleweight.
Final 10 seconds here, and this has not been his round for sure. Talk about Martinez in that last round. Well, this fighter has been down twice. They've got to up their game here. This fight. And we enter the 8th round. You've got to be feeling confident now after what happened last round.
2 knockdowns in that last round. There'll be sheer panic in that corner. What do? They throw the towel in? Do they let him come back out again? Because they know their fighter. It's like a lamb to the slaughter.
How about that time counter shot? That right hook won't score. Well done with that counter shot. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. The counter punching. Straight right just misses. Martinez forced to step back. He's on wobbly legs. A much better game plan here.
What recovery skills there.
Oh my word, down goes RJJ. And that body shot folded him like an old t-shirt.
A shot from the gods took him out.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You continue.
They're back on their feet, but how long will they stay there?
That is a show of character. When you're put down, your eagles hurt, your chin's hurt, your body's hurting, and you've got to get up, suck it up, and think, right, I'm back in the game again. It's so hard for a fighter.
Total domination with 10 seconds to go. Pretty lopsided decision there.
Another day. All day and just what have I become? No chance on stage, what they waiting for. No brain on stage, been here before. Hold on too much, gotta let it go. No pain, I'm out of it, ain't involved. No call, no show, I ain't really gone. Too late to say I was there wrong. Filling out the way for that info. Feel lost, but I know that we close. We down my lane on the road. Feel like I've been there before, but maybe switching my roles. Cold dude, no you, now you ain't never that. So lose, I do, I gotta run it back. Cold dude, no you, now you ain't never that. So lose, I do, I gotta run it back. Another one time be fun, I think my end just begun. Another one last time please ya. Now I ain't live to please ya. Ain't got no plans to be through with this whole thing to see through. And I ain't trying to be cool, nah, I'm just trying to be true. But all I do is see blue, at least the 10 in my room. Feel like it's trying to consume, but I'm just days that refuse. Or maybe make it out soon. I assume that my doom ain't the worst of the guess what my purpose is. Start my verse, then I fall when the curtain ends. When the curtain ends, yeah, it's just back to pretend. Yeah, it's just back in the bins. Yeah, it's just back in my ends. Off in the back where I blend. Off in the back where I... Yeah, it's just back to pretend. Yeah, it's just